Hi everybody. So I have been working on a couple of different freebies to put out for some of my people here recently, and I decided that I wanted to take the time to ask everybody what they wanted, which I hadn't really been doing a lot lately, and shame on me for doing that. Anyway, so I took the time, I asked everybody what works better for you. What would you like to see in terms of a freebie offer that gives you the most value to help you the most? And I have found that a lot of people are getting an ebook burnout. They have been picking up ebooks left and right from various different coaches, tossing them in a folder somewhere on their computer, completely forgetting about them, and never using them again. Therefore, they're not getting the value out of what is written, and they're completely forgetting about the fact that they had made a connection with this coach to begin with. Then they're noticing that they keep popping up in their inbox, popping up in their inbox. Then the next thing you know, they hit ignore, they hit unsubscribe, and they're not paying attention anymore. However, everybody that I've talked to in terms of webinars has found that they get a download of the webinar. So they get like a download of a PDF that goes over, little bits and pieces of what's talked about in the webinar. And, they get on the webinar itself. So they're hearing the person, they're seeing the person, they're getting value during that hour to hour and a half action-packed piece of time. And they're much more likely to convert. They're much more likely to really pay attention when that person shows up in their inbox again, and they're much more likely to like their page, go to their Facebook group, do whatever call to action it is that they have been given at the end of that webinar. So I found that super interesting. This is just going to be a really super quick 2-minute scope to talk about this. That I have found here in the coaching industry, people are getting ebook burnout, they're getting PDF burnout, but they're starting to really love webinars because it's only taking an hour to an hour and a half of their time total. They're getting a ton of value, and they're getting to know the person on the other end of the freebie offer. Plus, while you're on the webinar, you can take questions live. Thus, when the person has a question, if they're reading, they really can't do a whole lot except for email you and hope to God that you get the email and email back. But if you take in the question live, you can help them out there live, hopefully help out some other people that may or may not have that question, and you're providing much more value to your audience that way. So I thought I would just do a quick little scope on, my thoughts and my findings on ebooks versus webinars in terms of freebies. So thank you so much for popping by. This has been Megan Renee, the Fema Business Builder. If you'd like, find me on Facebook at bit.ly, bit.ly/feminine